Today I'll be doing a video for a friend of mine. He is positive for subclade I-FT410543, which dates to the Viking Age around 800 CE. This subclade is downstream of major branch IZ17954. I find major branch IZ17954 to be interesting for two major reasons. First, it's a very small branch, only comprising around 1.9% of all haplogroup I1 kits in the family tree DNA database. And secondly, because there's only one SMP that separates this common patrilineal ancestor from the last common patrilineal ancestor of the haplogroup I1 branch, who I like to call Mr. I1. So theoretically, Mr. IZ17954 could even be a son or a grandson of Mr. I1. Because of these reasons, if we ever found really old ancient DNA evidence for subclade IZ17954, it would give us tremendous insight into where Mr. I1 was living in the Scandinavian region. But I'm not holding my breath for this archaeological evidence because, like I said, it's such a small branch. It was like looking for a needle in a haystack. Thus far, only two ancient DNA samples have ever been discovered for this branch. One of them comes from the 2022 study, the Anglo-Saxon migration and the formation of the early English gene pool. The sample was labeled Pole Hill 5. He dates sometime between 666 to 773 CE. He was discovered in Pole Hill, Kent, England. Now he branches apart from my friend with the IS2304 subclade, so quite a long time ago, but I decided to include this ancient DNA sample because there are so few ancient DNA samples for this major subclade. Being discovered in Kent, England, perhaps there was some patrilineal connection with the ancient Germanic Jutes from northern Denmark. The only other ancient DNA sample comes from the 2020 study, Population Genomics of the Viking World. The sample was labeled VK275. He dated sometime between 900 and 1000 CE. He was discovered in Kargaden, Langeland, Denmark. And similar to the other sample, he branches apart from my friend with the very old subclade IS2304. Langeland is the island of Denmark that is shaded in red. So perhaps there is some connection with the ancient Germanic Danes and the Danish Vikings with this sample. There is quite a large time gap between my friend's Iron Age subclade IA9222, which dates to around 250 BCE, and his current terminal subclade I-FT410543, which dates to the Viking Age around 800 CE. Now my friend can trace his earliest known patrilineal ancestors to Poland near the country of Ukraine. And the other individual positive for the subclade lists Bavaria, Germany for their earliest known patrilineal origin. So I don't know how to make these two locations connect in any way, except for the fact that they might have branched apart at the start of the Viking Age somewhere in Scandinavia. Now, people can move around quite a bit for a variety of reasons over 1,000 years. So that might account for the major differences in these earliest known patrilineal regions. One other interesting thing to note is that with the STRs, the subclade match is only a Y12 STR match to my friend. Now, my friend has a very unique STR signature, making any Y37 or Y67 or Y111 STR matches real matches that most certainly connect to him more recently in time than his current terminal subclade, which dates to the Viking Age. Now, he only has one Y37 and one Y67 match who are the same person, who has only tested 67 STRs. So I feel that this person is worth pursuing an upgrade to Big Y700 to see exactly where on the haplotree they will fit together more recently in time than the Viking Age. Now, also interestingly is that this match lists Sidoro, Huiziaten, Galicia, Austria for their earliest known patrilineal region on their family tree. Initially, I was confused when I read that patrilineal location because it's located in western Ukraine and not in Austria. But I went on to learn that during the 1800s, this region of western Ukraine, known as Galicia, was part of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. Furthermore, this region of Galicia extends farther west from western Ukraine into areas of Poland. Right away when I saw that, it clicked a bell in my head because my friend lists Poland near Ukraine for his earliest known patrilineal origin. I did more research regarding the region of Galicia and found out that during the 10th century, it was annexed by the Kievan Rus. So now we have a plausible theory connecting my friend's patrilineal line from Scandinavia to the region of Galicia after he branches apart from his current terminal subclade. So perhaps my friend's patrilineal forefathers entered the region of Galicia with the Kievan Rus, and perhaps one of his patrilineal forefathers was a Varangian Viking with original origins in Scandinavia. There is one more additional STR lead that I think my friends should pursue towards an upgrade to Big Y700, and that is an individual that is Ukraine for the earliest known patrilineal country of origin, who is a Y25 STR match to him. Now, nothing is guaranteed at Y25, but it's still a closer STR match than his current terminal subclade match, so it's worth pursuing, and perhaps it might form a branch on the haplotree right around the Viking Age as well. Thanks for watching.